So this is a nice rusty quartz vein, but according to Bill, it's actually the quartz vein that's in the bottom that has the gold in it. So there's a saying, gold is where it is, and it's not always the best looking rock that necessarily has the gold. So you just kind of have to sample everything, especially when you're at a new showing. This stuff's really nice, and you can see the folding in the quartz veins. You can see them folded right in here. And you can see a little bit of sulfide in there. I don't know, it might not show up on the video, but. And then this quartz vein here, you can see it's going along and then it kind of gets cut off and smushed up. So Bill had this trench blasted out, and most trenches that you see will not be this big. They'll just be little trenches. And this is a mafic volcanic, and it's very typical. I'm in Ontario right now, but it's actually very typical for the Yellowknife area as well. So we have the same rocks here, and they're super old. So that vein down there that's all boudinaged, you can see it pinch and then come out and pinch again. Can you see that from there? Yeah. Okay, great. Apparently that's the vein that has the gold in it, and it's more just white with sulfide as opposed to the rusty stuff. I was going to do a strike for you guys. So this is a case where you got the quartz vein cruising along, and this is why we tell you guys to make sure you take strike and dip, because if you find that vein there, you can keep following it sometimes for kilometers. So you want to look at which way it's trending. And so I have a Brenton compass, but you can do it with your compasses that you get in your kit. And you just basically, you take the same way the rock's going, and you take a measurement. And once you have that measurement, in this case, we're looking, say, approximately about 105 degrees, so about east-southeast. And so you could follow that along trend both ways, and you hope to find more quartz vein. And in the Yellowknife area, it's really cool because you can often find quartz veins and follow them for kilometers. And it's pretty neat. You can find them on the other side of the swamp if you get into a swamp. So strike is really important. And then the dip is what angle that vein is going into the earth. And so if you know that, then when they drill it, they can hit it with a diamond drill. They can hit that depending on where the dip is. So if it was much shallower, you'd hit it sooner. If it's steeper, you need to make sure you're drilling into it. But that's later exploration. That's not so much something that you need to concern yourself with. And another thing to note is that whenever the prospectors have trenches, they have a high-grade pile like this, and then they have a waste pile. So when you get to a trench, if there's a couple piles around and it doesn't look too good, then try to look around because you might find the high-grade pile.
All right, so this is the Geo tool. This is a handy little hammer. It's great for pulling back dirt off the rock so you can expose it and see what's going on underneath. Not too great for breaking rock though, because it rings like nothing else and it'll give you a headache almighty quick. This is a sledgehammer. It's a lot better for when you got to split a rock open and see what's on the inside. Just to kind of cure your curiosity, you know. It's good for that. Yeah, I guess we could give a little demonstration on how to use it too. So kind of the idea is get the flat end in there, and yeah, it's the gist. It's great for breaking roots and stuff too, especially here in Ontario. Everything's covered up like you wouldn't believe. Gotta break some rocks now, or? All right.
Hey Stu, before you break those rocks, can you just tell everybody how to do it safely?
Well, you put your safety glasses on first thing, or else you'll get quartz in your eye, and that's no fun for anybody. Yeah, and I mean, gloves are a good thing to be wearing there as well. All right, so we'll take a look on the inside of this one here. Well, it's hard to tell in the sunlight there. Oh yeah, there's some, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I think there's, might be some calico in there, but it's hard to tell from the sun. It's like right kind of in there. Where's the shade? Anyway, you'll have to take our word for it then, whoever's watching this video. It's there. All right, so this here is a bit of quartz that's, part of it was exposed there to the elements. So you can see like all along here, it's and partially here on the back that yeah, it's kind of orange or reddish in color. It's kind of much like when you spend too much time out in the sun and get roasted. Kind of the same thing happens, except for there's probably a lot of other things at play other than just sunshine. Yeah, and then this is here like a fresh break. So it's a lot more. I don't know if I'm looking at it, so I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, a lot more bluish. I mean, of course, can be all sorts of different colors. It's kind of, I don't know, squirrely. Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. There's some more. Is that pie there, or I can't tell? 24 and I can't see a thing. Yeah.
Oh, and the hematite.
Mm-hmm.
A bit of hematite, eh?
Yeah.
Or no, that's just orange.
Or,
sorry,
yeah.
never mind. A little bit of orange. Chlorate fractures.
Yeah. Run along here. In case you were curious. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of neat stuff.
Perfect.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So, when it's real bright and sunny out, sometimes it can be pretty hard to see what's going on after you break a rock. Everything kind of looks glittery and shiny and you kind of get really excited, and then you go into the shade and it's not quite as awesome as you thought. So we'll go into the shade and hopefully it is that great. I don't know, we'll see.
Have a look at what it looks like in the sun.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Got a good look at it. And the deer fly there.
Yep.
Little pest.
Yep.
All right. Still probably pretty tricky to see with the camera, but you might be able to see a little bit easier. But another thing that makes it, yeah, a bit easier to see is you can wet the rock. So I'll do that and it'll probably jump right out at you, you know?
There we go.
Yeah.
Focusing for a bit.
Oh, rolling.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, so it just makes it a lot easier to see. Everything gets a little bit more defined and easier to pick out, I suppose. And this here, this looks like pyrrhotite, but a good way to tell is you can check to see if it's magnetic. It's kind of confusing though, because it's not always magnetic, so kind of, yeah, anyway, it gives you a hard time. So you use this little pen magnet. You got to make sure a hole in it so it's kind of nice and balanced, you know. Can you see it?
Yep.
All right. So, oh, look at that. Isn't that exciting? Wow. Cool. Yeah,
Right
so
on.
exciting rocks, pyrrhotite.
Awesome.